Star Wars. Star Wars is back, baby. At least on my channel, I mean. It's been a minute, right? Since I've done any Star Wars, anything on this channel. Madness80 here. Droid Depot. This is one of 3 of the Shop Disney / Disney Park exclusive pack of figures for the Star Wars Black Series line. I was able to get 2 out of the 3, the Droid Depot, and then the other one that is has the bigger figures, the 6-inch figures like General Hux, the General Hux redo in that. Unfortunately, I was not able to secure myself a creature pack, hoping to do that. Hopefully there's a restock on Shop Disney, another one, because there was one before that sold out fairly quickly. They stocked at East Coast time. I'm a West Coast person. I'm not up at 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning, just not happening. Anyway, this here in front of me is the Droid Depot. This was the first set I got, again, on Shop Disney. They're pretty expensive. These are Disney Park prices, unfortunately. But and a lot of like 100%, maybe not 100% reuse, but we've seen literally every droid here except the Pit Droid. Fantastic set. Let's go ahead. I mean, this box is big. It's taking up my frame. Let's go ahead and open this up. We might get some glare. Oh no, this looks good. There it is. K7R1, CB23, Pit Droid, Babu Frick. God, he's so tiny. It's cute. And the Battle Droid with his antenna, second antenna option, and his blaster. This is a good looking set. I would say the K2 reissue came out last year, right? Since these Rogue One remakes are trickling out. I think I'm still waiting on Baze Malbus and Cassian Andor from Hasbro Pulse. But just give me more of these K droids. These are fantastic, especially in that Boba Fett / Mandalorian flashback of the Desolation of Mandalore with all those K2 units looking like T800s. Beautiful shot, man. I'll go ahead and put a frame right here so you know what I'm talking about. Go check out the Boba Fett show if you haven't. If you're not interested, check out the Mandalorian themed episodes. Highly recommend that. I don't think this is our second. Right, we had BB-8. We may have had some other BB units in the Black Series line. If not, please correct me. Honestly, I couldn't care less about the BB units. Give me R2 units and give me all these other droids before you give me another roly-poly droid. This Pit Droid looks fantastic. I cannot wait. Hopefully we get more of those when they make the mechanic lady, whose name is slipping my mind, from The Mandalorian. That'd be nice if they paired one up with her, or give us a Pit Droid 2-pack with 2 different Pit Droids. Or include one with a 6-inch in-scale Anakin Skywalker pod racer. Oh man, I'd be all about that. All right. Let's go ahead and crack this open. We got some droids here to compare with. I'm excited. Hopefully you're excited. Let's do this. All right, so I lied to you. There is a backup box. We're going to do that right now. Read these bios. So that's what makes this more interesting. So K7R1, hoping to be reactivated. The KX security droid with black and white plating known as K7R1 was dismantled and displayed in the Droid Depot by the proprietor Mubo. So if you actually go to the Disney parks and check out the Star Wars land, he is deactivated in the Droid Depot. You can see him there. He's a big display piece. So it's nice to have a figure of him. You could just easiest posing you'll ever do. Have him just kind of sit there deactivated. All right, CB23, a maroon and turquoise BB astromech unit. CB23 is a member of the Resistance and serves as Poe Dameron's co-pilot for a short period of time while BB-8 was on another mission. I'm trying to recall in the Rise of the Resistance ride if this droid is with Poe. You let me know. I've ridden that ride once, so I don't recall too much about it other than it was a fantastic experience. Holy cow, the future of theme park rides right there. Pit Droid. The cheap and expendable Pit Droids often bolt out to repair still cycling superheated pod racer engines with no regard to their personal safety. Fantastic. Can't wait to check that figure out. Babu Frick. A tiny droidsmith normally found working among the spice runners of Kijimi, the well-regarded Babu Frick can reprogram or modify virtually any droid, regardless of the security measures protecting its system. So that bio is a throwback to the Rise of Skywalker. As we know, he was able to reprogram C-3PO, despite him having software or whatever it is that prevented him from reading Sith text or something like that. All right, Battle Droid. The soulless ranks of the Separatist armies are dominated by tall, thin B-1 battle droids controlled by centralized command center. They often suffer programming glitches that manifest as personality quirks. We've all seen the Clone Wars, hopefully. If you haven't, it's one of the, if not the best Star Wars stories of all time. The animated Star Wars was just meant to be a TV series. Even the movies, man. Imagine just a season after season exploring Luke Skywalker. That's the way it should have been. All right, now we're ripping this open. All right, here are all the droids out of the package. K7R1, CV23, Pit Droid, Babu Frick, and Battle Droids. Excuse me, all the droids and Babu Frick out of the package. These look good. This is a good set. Very happy to have the Pit Droid. It definitely has to be a sneak preview of a figure. I can't imagine them not releasing this again. These look good. Let's take a look at what's been done before, which is nearly everything actually. So let's just take a look first at, let's do the Battle Droid first. All right, the Battle Droid out of the package with its companions. Looking good. We've seen this figure before. Hell, even down to all the scuff marks. It is an identical figure. They may be done differently. You can see there's more silver up top there on the junk on the nose. Here, maybe it's the glare keeping it. No, there's more brown. But look at that. All the scrapes and scuffs are identical. Now, mind you, I don't understand how the manufacturing process works, so I don't get why these paint apps have to be identical, especially because the original was released years ago at this point. Yeah, it was re-released last year, maybe the year before on a Phantom Venom card, but I don't understand why these couldn't have unique scuff or be a clean Battle Droid or anything like that. Anyway, it is identical. The only difference is awesome. Not so awesome. Super loose arms, man. That is shitty. So, of course, look at that. He can't even hold his gun up. Whack. Whack, whack. So if this is your first Battle Droid, you bought this set and you're like, hey, I've never had a Battle Droid before. I hope yours it has much tighter joints than, what I'm seeing here. It's pretty shitty. But you know what? It can be a deactivated or a background type of Battle Droid where, its arms are just down resting. Considering I think I have 4 or 5 of these versions with stiff arms. Quickly going over its RT. I don't know if I reviewed that Battle Droid on the channel. I don't think I have. Anyway, besides the blaster, it does come with an alternate antenna piece. And the antenna can be pulled out. Fantastic. It does have, again, as I mentioned just a second ago, an alternative. You could take this whole backpack off. Oops, excuse me. Completely removable. Scuff just like the other one. Same spots, same markings. And you can replace it with just an antenna, no backpack. So I think this goes here. You can see it'll fit better. And there you go. That looks weird to me though. Maybe it goes on the other one. It'll go wherever you want. It's your toy, but I like it like that. There we go. That looks a little bit more natural to me. You will have a hole in the other one, but who's going to see the backside of your Battle Droid? So this gives you variety if you bought multiples of this pack. Although 2 of these droids plus Babu are oddly specific. Anyway, so you can rock one with a backpack, one with just an antenna. I don't know if that changes the rank. I know the colors do usually. But yeah, fantastic. Quickly going over the articulation, man. This guy, look at his head's coming out. I don't think, yeah, there we go. Crazy, right? All right, so let's get rid of this real quick. Put this back in because I prefer this one. All right, so its head is on you saw it's on like a peg there that can rotate, but there is a hinge to go forward. And then at the head, there is a ball joint you could see, so you can get some tiltage out of that. And then this part can go back as well. The reason being, you can kind of store him. I forget the actual pose. Let me get the gun out of his hand. But don't they go kind of like this, and then they kind of hold themselves, right? For storage in that big unit. Awesome. Awesome. So continuing with the articulation, since I just showed you that sweet pose. The arms are on a ball, so you can pull out to here. There is a bicep on what would be the bicep, well, taller than the bicep, higher than the bicep rather. And then you do get rotation here, but you can see the ball is separated. It's in here. So you're not rotating. So you're rotating here, and then you're rotating here. And then it's elbows. And they can hyperextend. And then you get a twist there at the elbow, plus your wrist. The fingers, no. But they are pliable, so you can get the gun in there, and you can get them to hold the gun in many different ways. This hip here, you can see there's like a ridge there. Can this pull out or down, or no? I don't know what that is. It looks like it could, right? But this would be preventing it from going up or down because it's clipped in, so it really can't go anywhere other than rock forward and back. Unless I don't know anything, you let me know. Legs do not go out like the arms do, but they do go a crazy amount of forward, crazy amount of back. There is no thigh cut, but you do get your knee, which has ridiculous range, and you can see there is a slit in the calf for the thigh. So you can really get that storage going. And then no boot cut, but your ankle does rotate like that, forward, back. And there is a pivot. Ridiculous. Wow, fantastic engineering on Hasbro's part. I don't recall this at all. Shame on me. Too many figures, man. That's bad. That's a sign of you have too many action figures that you don't recall. This battle droid. All right. For comparison's sake, we saw the Star Wars regular carded Black Series figure. These legs are kind of warped due to being in storage with other battle droids. You can see, boom. And then we got, I won't say I can't find, the Geonosis one is in storage. It's put away, and it would have been a bitch to get out. So I didn't. That doesn't mean I don't love you guys. It just means it would have been more hassle. And then a really warped Battlefront 2. God darn, I gotta find a better way to store these, man. Just in a plastic baggie with other figures. In its own plastic baggie, mind you. But I think the weight of other figures, you gotta put these on top. There's a lot of warpage. This figure is going to need a hot figure bath. So excuse its crookedness. It's going to need a hot figure bath. There you go. Looking good. I really like the colors on this one. I really like Battlefront 2. An older game at this point with no sign of a third on the horizon. All right, that was the Battle Droid. Let us move on to, really quick, Babu Frick. All right, Babu Frick is up next. Tiny and adorable, and the second, technically third, because there is a holiday version, he's not on camera, of Babu Frick. First seen with, and I'm going to put it right here, first seen with the Rise of Skywalker C-3PO figure that came with Chewbacca's bandolier. Babu Frick, obviously tiny enough to be an accessory, but I'm sure Hasbro thought of a way they could charge us $4.99 for this, the way they did, Porgs or Grogu. Which also should have been an accessory without a deluxe price attached to it. Complaints aside, this is a good looking tiny figure. Check out his welder goggles. You can put those down in his face. Check out his tiny ball jointed arms. Articulated. Fantastic. And then you do get waist rotation on Babu Frick. Any head rotation? No, his whole, I could feel it. It wants to, but the way this is designed isn't going to happen. Look at him pushing too hard. His feet, his toes, or whatever the heck all of this is, are getting smushed into my fingers. And that's it for articulation. It's fantastic. Again, not the first time we've seen this. Great little piece. If you've never bought that C-3PO figure. All right, moving on to the BB unit. CB23. There you go. So it is a weighted figure, although it can roll. It'll kind of weeble wobble its way to. You can actually rebalance it with the head. See how the head? I push the head forward, so it's going to lean forward. So you got to find the sweet spot, as you would. It's as good as it's going to get. Here is another BB unit, BB-8, which we've seen with Rey. I don't know if he came. I'm pretty sure he was packed in with someone else again at some point. Complete reuse of the torso. Obviously, the head is new, but it looks fantastic. nonetheless, nice to see. I mean, it's completely different colors, so it's nice to have another BB unit in the collection. I don't really care for BB units. Give me R2-D2 over BB-8 any day. Yeah, so I said that. But this is cool. We'll take a close look. Look at that lens. Fantastic. Awesome. Another lens there. Nice silver on top with the little antenna. This is going to get warped depending on how you store it. I don't know if it's removable. It is. Cool. So you could see it is shaped in a specific way, so it can only go in that one way. There you go. Head can be rotated. It is on a ball. Can I pop this ball off? No, it doesn't feel like I could. But, you know, you can tilt it this way, this way, this way, this way, this way. A lot of good rotation. So you can see it's not, I can't see. The cut in there isn't a perfect circle. At least it doesn't feel like it. But there you go. Let's take a look at each of these. They're differently designed from each other. And then the bottom of the droid itself. Cool. Not too much going on. Oh, look, he loves BB-8. BB-8 doesn't want anything to do with him. I tried. All right, let's move on again to, let's do the what was his name? K7R1. So K7R1, again, isn't our first K unit droid, or whatever the heck it is. We've seen a re-release of K2SO just last year from the Rogue One themed wave of figures, plus the Rogue One release of K2SO. There was 2 versions at the time when Rogue One came out, just so you know. So there was the original version, which then just recently got re-released in the Rogue One set. Although I heard Hasbro make a statement saying they released this one initially, but they didn't. They released this one, and then they released this one, and then they didn't release any, and then the 5th anniversary of Rogue One came out, and it was the correct one again. I like that I have this version as well, because this one could be an Empire K2 droid. So it's fantastic. Here's the original K2SO, another K2 unit, and then we got this one. This one, however, obviously a fresh new coat of paint. You can see it's white paint on its faceplate, on its chest. Let me get the glare out of there. Nice blue dot there. Some rust on the shoulder. Again, different from this one, as this one has the Empire logo on both sides. This one has seen some damage. You got some red there. Both have a blue button there, or all 3 rather. And then you see the nice guts of the droid. More scoring, carbon scoring, let's just call it that, right? Plus the arms are nice and different. As you can see, all black on the original K2 unit. Plus these joints are silver versus the solid black again. So on the knees and on the elbows are silver joints. Oh, and the ankles. What's clever about this, and this goes back to this one too, is Hasbro making this joint here in the center clear, so you can just pretend it's like a hollow joint. You know, it's an actual droid joint. That's awesome. That is fantastic craftsmanship and engineering on Hasbro's part. Props to them for that. Praising a very old action figure, 5-6-year-old action figure. But it's nice to see a fresh coat of paint on this. A little paint goes a long way. All right. In terms of articulation, you can see the ball just rest in there. So you get crazy neck articulation. As for the actual head itself, same thing, ball there. So you get some good tiltage. So you can see that the neck is staying still, and I'm rotating just the head. Full 360 and whatnot. There's a nice ball there. Allows the shoulder pad to go inside its, what would be its torso if it was a human being. No bicep cut, but you are twisting just above the joint, and you're twisting just below the joint, which can do a nice traditional bend there. But you are getting those type of hinges there. No clear joint there. It's just solid. Probably too small for them to do anything with. This isn't a ball, but there is slight forward and back. But its main purpose is to go left and right. Looking good. Out that far. Hips bend into the body nicely. And then you're all rotating. So this looks... Can this rotate separate from the hip? I feel like it could. See that? It's kind of, but could be in my mind. I think there is a joint there and there. So you see that ball joint. And then there might be one in there, but I'm unsure, and I can't tell, and I don't think it's bending much. All right, and then the knee, again, bending, twisting, excuse me, rotating right above and right below the knee. So you got that one, and then you got that one, and then you got the knee itself, which gives you a nice bend. Can also hyperextend. It is a droid, so you can not worry about hyperextending these joints. And then that joint we covered. Ankles, forward and back, right on the ankles, and then you can see the pivot is just built into that. It's just for specific left and right. Is there toe articulation? No, but it's sculpted to look as if there is toe articulation. So no toe articulation. So, I mean, crazy forward back because of where it bends. This is a fantastic figure. It may be the highlight of the set, despite me having it already. I could be wrong. Let's take a look at the Pit Droid, who just fell over. He knew it was his turn. Jerk. All right, the Pit Droid. Oh, actually, real quick. K2SO. Sorry. This is K2SO. With some warp legs, and then the other one as well. This is the Rogue One version. So you can see different paint apps all over the figure. It is fantastic. If you're not picking up these Rogue One re-released figures, I encourage you to do so. God, I gotta go far back to get them in the shot. I encourage you to do so because they're done right this time. I mean, the Jyn Erso, which is one of the biggest peg warmers and ugliest action figures from the Star Wars Black Series line, is now a gorgeous Felicity Jones look-alike. So, do what you will with that information, but I highly recommend picking up those. Again, who's released currently is K2SO, Jyn Erso, Chirrut Imwe, Bodhi Rook, who has never had an action figure before. And then that is it so far. We're waiting on Baze Malvus and Cassian Andor, who was in a 3-pack with Death Trooper and the same Jyn Erso, I think. She was released like crazy amount of times. All right. That's that for these guys. Finally, the Pit Droid. Again, let me know if this is... Okay, oh, I'm bummed out already. These are just sculpted joints. They're not actual joints. Oh, I lied. Look at that. It wouldn't bend for a bit. It is a real joint. Now I'm happy. And you get a bend there. Holy cow, this little dude. All right, let's check him out. So we get a ball on a unique hook there. So you get crazy up, crazy down, left and right. We're just jumping into articulation. I'm hyped. I want to see what this guy could do. How do they do that? I forget how they bend to be flat. I don't think you can do that, right? I mean, that? I don't know what I would do. I don't recall the pose. What the? So I'm trying this real time. Again, the neck. Crazy forward, crazy back. The arms. Look at that. Is that a ball in there? It is. But then you're rotating the joint right here forward. And then the arm, you saw it bends actually at that goal joint. And then there is another bend here. And then the wrist. These guys twist. Oh, they twist. So good. Holy cow. Hasbro, you're blowing my mind right now. This is the most simplistic design. And it's not your design. It's Lucasfilm's design. But wow, man. Great execution here. Holy cow. We need a pack of these. We need the light brown and the dark brown. And just give us a bunch of colors. All right, as for the legs. There's a ball that goes into this. You rotate up and down. There's a thigh cut. Look at that. Single jointed knee or double jointed. Maybe it goes that way, right? Trying again, guys. Don't mind me. I need to find a picture on how to do this properly. But this looks cool, man. Yeah, I don't think that's right still. What am I doing? Alright, I looked up how to fold this guy properly. And this is about as good as this is going to get. It's still pretty impressive and fantastic. Props to Hasbro. I want more of these dudes in multiple colors and multiple states of damage and wear over time, paint, and all that. This is a pretty clean looking droid for working in the sands, the desert of Tatooine. But man, this is good. We saw how tall he is compared to everybody else here. I brought the Mandalorian just so we could see, since he's interacted with these recently. This is the Beskar armor Mando, single carded Mando, which I think, I never really cared for the helmet on this version too much. And then we got a Jawa, just because, why not, right? They were just there helping Mando out. That's it, dudes. Droid Depot. Again, Shop Disney / Disney Parks exclusive set of figures. Fantastic. I think a little bit overpriced. But if you can wait patiently and you're at Disneyland or Disney World and you have a pass or whatever, I think you do get a discount on this set. That's the way to go. Find somebody who can get it for you. You might end up paying the same price for them shipping it to you. But this is good. All right. Thank you so much. Felt good to talk Star Wars. I'll be doing the other set as well with General Hux. And hopefully I can get my hands on that creature pack. Again, that one is the most affordable of the 3 sets that are out right now. The original 3, I have links to those. They're on my channel. It's one of the earlier and first reviews I did when I used to get thousands of views, and now I can barely break hundreds of views. So it is what it is. Thank you, though, for watching this video. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to the channel. I would appreciate that. Excuse me. And please like the video. Share the video with your friends. Be like, check it out. This set looks worth getting. Let's get it. All right, cool. I'll see you in the next video.